Hello, everybody. Welcome in. And thank you for coming to another episode of Night Owl Crafting. My name is Gail. My channel is Gail Designs. And with me tonight, my guest is Bobby. And she'll introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bobby. My channel is E&E Handmade with Love. You put me on the spot there for a minute, Gail. I wasn't ready.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. You're fine. I was typing. I can't type and talk at the same time because
and the link to her channel is in the description of the video. So she I'm looking forward to when she retires, but she is off, so she is able to join me tonight, and so making travel cases. This is the basic one. I put the link to the girls. It's simply Eileen from EILENE, and it's in the description. She's Instagram only, and she has a website, and I put that in the description as well. So this is the basic pattern. I wanted to do that so I got the gist of how to put it together. And then we're going to do quilted ones where they're strips and then also squares. So I'm going to say hello to those in the chat. We have 10 here. So DB and Sharon have come in and said hello, and they have gone. And then we have Dems, hello. So she says she's popping in. And hit the like button before she falls asleep. Been a long day at work today. I'll be in the bushes until I fall asleep. Okay. Have it sleep well. And it's not going down. And Spilling, hello. And Lena, welcome in. And Anna Smith. And Bobby. So these high-up designs. And so I've been wanting to do, get scraps, and I've been wanting to do the scraps. And so how they do it, and I'll be explaining as I'm going along, and I have the measurements down for all three. So this is the lining for the strip, the one for strips, and then you just take 4 strips, and the strips are 1 3/4 wide by 8 inches long. So you have 4 of those, and for this one, and I'm going to be using 2 patterns. I have this one, and then this one. It's the same thing, just reverse colors. So I'm going to do that and just alternate, just do 2 strips of each and alternate the color. And then the lining will be this yellow. So then the other one that I have, I cut one out of this fabric with this purple lining. And I cut 2 out, and the one that I was going to use as my sample didn't work out. She uses rickrack, and I haven't done rickrack since I was a little girl, so that one didn't. Oh, here, that one didn't work out too good for me, so I need to take that apart. And but so this one is my sample. I mean, yeah, that's my sample, but I'll get that other one done after I take it apart. So I'm making this one. This is going to be a plain one as well. So this fabric, and then it's going to have the yellow lining. Hi, Kingsbury Craft. So it'll also have the yellow lining. So when I did this, I got really excited about it because, and I showed my family, I says, this is going to be my little, you know, it's going to be her first project because it's that easy, and that it could be her first project. So Bobby has her squares cut out. She's going to be doing the square one, as well as the strips. And so, and that's quite interesting because you start off with, hi, Diane. Everyone in the chat, I'm not staying tonight, but I just wanted to say hello. Thank you for popping in. Oh, I see Qualities is here. Hey, Lisa. MBA and Qualities. Where is Qualities? Oh, wow. There you are. Okay. High Qualities Creations. And and Yo-Yo. Okay, I'm glad I scrolled up. I didn't see you come in either. Hello, Yo-Yo Designs. If there's anybody else that came in, forgive me. I didn't see. So the square one is quite interesting because you cut out 12 squares and then you use a light fusible interfacing, and you have the sticky side up and you lay the squares on it and then you press that. Then you stitch the squares. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to do instead of 12 different colors, I'm going to be doing the blue and yellow of this fabric. And then, so I'm just going to alternate my squares for that. So let me check and make sure I did this. Did I do this again? Bobby, did you want to say something? You said I caught you off guard.
I'm not. I'm just putting squares together.
Okay.
I did it once.
Oh, there you go.
I tried to practice, y'all. I tried to practice. And this.
Show it in the other camera. I got your table. I have your desk up big.
You see how Bobby did it all backwards?
So I caught Bobby off guard. She hasn't sewn in a while. She's been busy with her other machines.
It's fine. It's all good.
Diane, definitely have you in my thoughts and prayers. Okay. So I thought I just cut this. Where did it go? This is the, oh, is this it?
Now you know.
My mom passed on Halloween, so I was going to not celebrate that anymore in honor of her, but then it was like that was one of her favorite holidays, so that's what we did. And but we don't do the costume thing anymore. I mean, I quit that a long time ago. And I quit answering the door a long time ago too. It's because I'm not going to be opening the door when I'm by myself. All right. You're about to lay down and watch from the TV. It's been a long, busy day, and I'm exhausted. Yeah, I know. They're my prayers as well.
And there we are.
Oh, I still have you big. Is that okay?
I don't care. Everybody's seen the mess I've got.
And we're all crafters here. We all have. And I'm pretty much on top of myself here. All right. So now I have those.
Okay,
And
let's do this right.
are you doing the little snip?
Yeah, I don't think you snip it until you sew it.
Okay.
Yeah, you sew it, and then once you sew it, you snip it. I don't know why I have this nickel laying here. Is it a lucky nickel?
Buffalo?
1963 year I was born. It's a lucky nickel. We'll just leave it there. All right. Let's move over to the sewing machine. Ooh. There we are. You know, Gail, she didn't say if it was 1/4 inch seam allowance or anything, did she? She never did say
She did. Yeah, she did.
that. That's right.
Yeah, it is a
Did
1/4
she?
inch. Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to look. I had my first show this weekend, y'all. Oh, it's been a while since I've done one, and I have never in my life seen such different and interesting people. I don't know if I want to go there anymore to sell or just to watch the people
We have one.
because I live in the country.
You live what?
I don't see that kind of things. I live in the country. I don't see those kinds of things. I've never. I was just flabbergasted.
Wow.
Well,
Um, we are part of the nosy crew from Unbiased. And so I'm just going to say, we're interested in knowing what kind of people are you talking about?
oh, well, I'll
No-
tell you.
Nosy
I
minds
saw
want
him
to
with.
know.
I saw him with different types of hair. One lady walked in, y'all. She had to stand 6 foot tall, and I swear her legs were 5'5". And she had on this little bitty short black dress. Oh my goodness. She walked by something and the air hit that dress just right and it just showed everything. And she just
Oh,
laughed and I thought, now hold on. I don't know about all this. And I'm sitting there with my mouth open because I just can't believe I'm sitting and watching something like this. And my friend who was the one that talked me into going to this silly thing, she's laughing. She's laughing so hard she has tears coming out her eyes. I said, "Girl," I says, "what are you laughing at?" She says, "Your look on your face." She says, "Bobby, you act like you live under a rock." I said, "I do. I live in the country. I live
hi,
under a rock."
Geneva. Welcome in, Geneva.
I said, I don't see things like this." And she was rolling. I'm like, I don't think it's that funny. I said, "You because there was a girl that had her hair at one side of it went this way and hung all the way down and it was purple and then back here it was went this way, which I'm used to different colored hairs, but the way the just I was just shocked. I whatever people want to do, I'm great with it. I don't care. That's up to them. That's not up to me. That's their lives. It's not mine. But yeah, I I was shocked. This old lady was shocked. There was
Yeah.
just men walking around with there must be a thing going on now to where men walk around with cut off t-shirts like the girls used to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
you know.
did they have pierced belly button?
No, they did not have pierced belly button, but one of them had a bigger beer gut than I do. And it did not, I mean, I wouldn't walk around looking like that, but that's just me. So yeah, it was quite the eye opener. I told her, I says, I can't wait to come back next month. Of course, next month's is on Father's Day weekend. And she's like, Bobby, she says, you know how much we're going to be able to sell on Father's Day weekend? Make sure you get all this Father's Day stuff together. Yeah, well,
Oh
Bobby
my
don't have
God.
Father's Day stuff because she's right. A lot of people's going to come in for last minute.
Yeah. And what you had is so awesome. Hey,
I
Tracy.
have 2 mice on my desk, one for my laptop and one for my desktop.
And you can't find either one?
No, I keep grabbing the wrong one.
Oh, are they different colors?
Yeah, one's blue, one's red,
And you
but they're
forget which
pretty
is
well
which?
right next to each other.
Oh, boy. So what kind of stuff do they sell? What are they selling there?
Oh, it was a flea market. You name it, they had it.
Okay.
I mean, everything.
I have to sit down.
They
Oh
had
my God.
antiques.
Hi, Faye. Welcome in.
They had antiques. They had crafts. They had baseball cards. People selling coins.
Oh.
Um, old tractors, like the old kid tractors,
Uh-huh.
the pedal tractor. Yeah,
Right. That's
they
awesome.
had those outside. A lot of depressed glassware. Do this that way. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this.
It's
Okay.
been a lot of pain and barely moving. All right. So yeah, so I've been seeing like the scraps, just stitching the scraps together and just making fabric and then making stuff from that. And I've been wanting to do that. And then when I saw her, she made she made these out of it, and I thought, oh, that looks easy enough to do. And it's like my little miss is going to be here. Well, by the time, because they don't live in Texas anymore, by the time, so my family is going to be up where the twins live, because it's the one of the grandbabies, my great grandbaby, but my son's granddaughter is going to be 1 this month, and so they're going up there. So then my other great grandchildren will be, their dad is going to be dropping them off over there. So, and then they'll be coming home. So I think they're going to be here at the end of the month. Not exactly sure. There's a lot of traveling. So I'm just going to say June by the time I get to see them. But that I'll be teaching her how to sew. And so I'm coming up with things. And my daughter-in-law is going to take us fabric shopping for the project. So so she's going to enjoy picking out her fabric. All right. Hi, Jessie. Welcome in.
that's what it looks like. Looks better than the first one.
Your first one is definitely scrappy.
Yo, it's scrappy, all right.
Yeah, that's what she calls them. Scrap. Well, she calls these scrappy strips. So,
Hi, Jesse.
mm, yeah. Yep, Bobby is almost done with the JOB. And almost. Then she could be crafting all the time. To pretty much do anyway now, since she doesn't have to go.
Because I work from home.
Yeah, she only has to go in the shop once a week.
Yeah.
So my cut is off. I'm still overcutting. I should have moved everything off of over here so I can cut over there. All right, let me just get off the edge there. All right. So that's still 8, and I need 1 3/4. 1 3/4. 1 3/4. All right, so there's 1, and there's a 3/4, and
done.
8 inches.
I guess if we're going to continue doing this sewing thing, I'm going to have to get fusible stuff because I don't know. I don't know if this is working.
Oh.
Because I used heat and bond, right?
Right. And then and it has paper on the other side.
Exactly. But you know what? It's all good. It's all going to work out. It doesn't matter.
Did you have any kind of fusible interfacing?
No, I don't think I do.
Like with the embroidery?
I don't use it.
Oh, okay.
I use heat and bond.
Okay.
I do a lot of let me bring this over. I do a lot of stuff like this. This is a notebook cover. So.
Oh, yeah.
These are things that I do.
And now, did you do that on the laser? Or that's embroidered?
No, I did this on my. It's my embroidery machine.
Yeah, I saw it when you moved it away.
Yeah. But this is, so I don't use, and I don't need that stuff because you don't use it in stuff like this. Now I have, thanks, Anna. I have like the satin, not the satin, the stuff that goes over the embroidery. Oh, Wonder Stitch, Wonder Cover, I think it's
Yeah.
called, to where it's not itchy. But other than that, I don't. Almost everything I do is I don't need that stuff, so I never got it because I always used when I was quilting. I always used heat and bond. I never used fusible anything. Thanks, Jesse.
Okay, so this is what I have. So this here is the lining, and this is the batting. So they said quilt batting, and heat she used similar stuff that what I had. She likes to use the I don't know the name of it, but anyway. So then you have your 4 strips. She used 4 different ones. I'm just going to alternate like this because I didn't have a whole lot. So now I forget how to start it. I know that you stitch this. Okay, so I guess that's how you do it. So that's going to be there. This is going to be here. And then you're going to stitch this face down onto here. And then bring it over and then put the next strip on top of it, face down, right sides together. So, and then you just keep working off like that. So, and then this will be the next step. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, and then also, she did at angles too, with a bunch of little teeny scraps. Hey, Brenda, welcome in. Hey, Stacy, thank you for coming. So, you know, and you just start off like with the little scraps, you just start off like, you start off down here like this and then just keep going. And so then it's like this. And then she used made zipper pouches out of that. Just popping in to say hello. I will be in the bushes. Okay, thank you for letting us know. So I am going to go ahead and, so if I do that, then it's going to be here. And this is the end. Okay.
Crap.
So, and Bobby's making them too. There's just 3 different kinds. And so this is, oops, sorry. So it's the traveling tissue thing. So this is the basic pattern here. And it's just 2 pieces. It's the outside fabric and then the inside fabric. Now she did make it fancy and did like rickrack, but I am that was a fail for me. I didn't quite know where to place it when you stitch because she cuts a lot of it off. So anyway, so I'll continue to try. So it's just not enough rickrack showing. So I'll work on that again. But anyway, I did cut out 2 so that at least I have one for the sample. I mean for the So this one is going to be my great granddaughter's first sewing project. It's going to be nice and easy to make for her. So this one is using the scrap fabrics, and it's going to be striped. So and then it'll be like all the way around. Let me just go like this. So it'll be like this, and then this yellow is the lining. And then there's also one using 12 squares, and that's the one Bobby's working on right now.
I don't believe you have me sewing.
I told you could do whatever you want. Told you what I was going to do. You said, "Oh, I could do that. I've got fabric."
Oh, I got fabric.
Yeah, you got lots of fabric.
Definitely. Oh yeah, I got lots of fabric.
I was like, Lisa has a lot of fabric, vintage fabric. Yours is probably vintage too, since you were talking about how long ago you had that.
I actually have fabric from, there was a woman down the road from us that used to quilt. And she was in her when she passed away, she was 91.
Thank
And
you,
she quilted
Stacy.
all
Have
the
a
way
good
up
night.
until she was 90. Good night, Stacy. And I bought, they cut me a great deal, and I bought a lot of her fabric. And a lot of her fabric was old then. So I've got a lot of old fabric. And I'll get some fusible.
Yeah.
I think I can make these and sell them at the flea market.
Yeah. Oh, and I always like to read the chat on these videos, reels, whatever, and somebody had said, because somebody was saying, "Oh, that's so old," and blah blah blah. It's like nobody uses those anymore. It's like people do. People really do still use them. And one lady said, "Oh, I made a bunch of them for a funeral. She made them, and she used the person that passed away, made these out of his clothes, out of his shirts. So then each person that got one had a special memory because then they had a part of the person that passed away. I mean, not a part of him, but a part of, maybe they ended up getting a visit. Yeah. I ended up being a memorial project.
If y'all keep wondering why my camera keeps going dark,
I just saw that.
I put my fingers over it, so when I move it, I'm not making y'all sick. So that's why it keeps going dark.
Well, this would be a memorial. I'm sewing my hair into this project here.
Oh,
I'm like, that's not a thread. That's my hair.
Yeah, you're crunchy.
All right, so here's the first step. So then you press that open, and then take your next strip and stitch it here. That'll be fun. I'm approaching my deadline of getting that birthday gift completed. So I'll show you what I got. I've been working on creating a template or a pattern. I'm figuring it all out like Keisha.
You better go over there. I see myself stabbing myself with those. Well, isn't that cute?
Let's see what you got.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, let me move you. I have to look on my phone because I see that you were already there, but it didn't look like. Oh, that is cute. So see, mine, I'm just using the blue and yellow. So every other one will be blue and yellow. And yeah, turn it over, please.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's adorable.
Yes, I like that. And so that's just, yeah, you used a jelly roll, but yeah, I would be using, because I don't have jelly roll, and but I would be using coordinating fabric scraps.
I got rid of every bit of my scraps. I had those.
I
I used to
know.
have rolling tables, or not rolling tables. The long, like 25-inch, 3-drawer rolling carts.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 3 of those full, and I had everything separated in 2.5, 5, 3, whatever scrap it wound up being. It was all in bags. It was all coordinated. When I quit quilting, I gave it all to a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
She was quilting. In fact, she still does.
Yeah, my aunt was the quilter. She did all the hand quilting. And they would make the quilt tops, and then they would get together and my dad and his brother, her husband, had made the, are they called the looms? Quilting brackets, and they would put it in, and it had like the reel where you would roll up the rest of the quilt and then unroll just the part that you're quilting. So there was no machine stitching on that.
My neighbor, she's 84 and she always has a quilt set up in her basement. And every once in a while she'll call me up because I've hand quilted before. And she'll say, "Come on over," especially now that her husband's passed away. She'll call me and she'll say, "What are you doing?"
Oh,
"Not
yeah,
much. What do you want me to do?"
she wants the company
She's
as well.
Oh yeah. And her and my husband was really good friends. He would go over there all the time and help them out doing different things. So now we just kind of hang out together.
Okay, so this is what mine looks like so far. So I have them all stitched on here. Here's what the back looks like. And um, and then now I'm going to be stitching along the seams. Even though they're sewn down there, that's what she says to do. And then sew the back on, and then this one is going to be done.
Gil, these are pretty quick little projects.
Yeah. And for batch sewing, you could just get everything cut for multiples and then sit down and just boom, boom, boom.
Right.
To do it for your market or whatever.
Oops. And I'm gone.
Pardon me. Hey, Cheryl H. Welcome in. Yeah, that looks really good with that stitching. Are you going to do the stripe one?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. I'm gone, y'all.
Where did you go?
I'll be back.
Okay. I was going to say that's not your finger over the hole anymore.
No. There I am.
Did you remove a table?
No.
It's gone.
Hold on.
Oh.
It says I'm backstage.
Okay, so this is done. I got all the oh. Okay. So I have all of this strips stitched, and then I have them top stitched. And so now I'm just going to square this off because the lining is bigger than the strips, just so that they end up being so you don't end up losing it. Oh wait, so it's supposed to be trim 5.5 inches to 6 and 7. Let me see. So 5.5 inches. Okay. And then 6 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Oh, that's right. She had a cut at 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3/4. All right. There we go. So now I have this lovely scrap for something. I know what I'm going to use that for, but not right now. All right, then it's so then you're going to go ahead and you're going to line up this edge. And stitch.
Have you ever seen anybody so confused in your life on how to use a silly ass ruler or a silly ruler? Listen to me. Now I'm sitting here just turning this thing around, not even knowing how I'm supposed to read it. You know, it's one of them nights.
Is that the one with the little
sewing?
Is that the one with the little slits in it that you just cut?
This is the strips. The one that you just finished is the one I'm doing now.
Uh-huh.
That's why they're quick.
Yeah.
How's that?
And then she says to trim with pinking shears, but I don't have pinking shears, so I just I go ahead and use a zigzag stitch. If I had a serger, I would have stitched with the serger, and that would have been nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and so then you have like this, and you still go ahead and line up the edges, the short edges, so you'll have that gap in there, and it's supposed to be that way, because then that's going to be your trim for the opening of the tissue folder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the zigzag stitch. Well, this is what we're making is.
Oops. All right.
And before I forget. Whew.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Got to check on you. You know, I'm pretty quiet over here.
Okay, so then we turn it right side out. And then you're going to make sure that so you're going to press it and then make sure that you have equal amount of trim. And here, this is different with the batting on there. So it'll when I press it, then it'll be like that. So this is what you get. Oh, because this camera. All right. Lining 5.5 by 7 3/4. Whew. Well, I'm glad this worked out. I have found this piece of lining sitting on the ironing board, which is the lining that goes with this project, but it just happens to be the same for this one. So no problem. Worked out. Okay, so then this is what you have. And you're going to fold it up. And just give a little press to find the center. And then you're going to bring this up to the center and bring this one up to the center. And I could see you gotta make sure the fabric is smooth. There we go. Now just make sure, because I messed that up because it wrinkled twice. So just find the equal part for this, which I still see. The other one I did doesn't have the batting in it, so it's a little easier to manipulate. Okay, so 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4. Hey, precious pieces, welcome in. And check that again. This is pretty. All right. Bobby Precious Pieces is saying hello.
Hi, Precious Pieces. I'm sorry. I'm so concentrated over here. I just got,
She did the hard. She did. Well, I wouldn't say. I was going to say you did the hard one first, but this one, once you understand the concept, it's pretty easy. It's just it's different because you're stitching it to the, you got to remember to do the first strip straight up. And you know what I just did? I'm glad that I stopped and talked, because this was going to be incorrect. It would have been like your first one, where your stitches were on the outside instead of the inside.
Yes.
All right. Do that again. Oh, it's just so hot. Okay. So Precious Pieces, we're doing tissue holders.
Yeah, the travel size tissue holders.
Yeah, and I went to Dollar Tree. I actually went to Dollar Tree for a job. So I have this jar, and it's a regular lid jar. And because now it's time for iced coffee. And this is translucent vinyl. And I wanted to get this jar because it fits in my koozies, in my jar koozies. And I've been making an extra cup of coffee and putting my cream and stuff in. And then when it's cooled off, I put it in the refrigerator in a jar. And it was like the jar that I used was a spaghetti sauce jar. And I thought, oh, it still smells like spaghetti sauce. Even though I washed it multiple times, it still has that scent. But it didn't transfer to the thing. So I wanted to find this jar. Let me see if I can get it. And then in this section here, I could put iced coffee. And they don't carry these anymore. At least I only went to one. And so this, I had my M&Ms in it. And it was just a project. But I mean, I did have M&Ms that I put in it. So I could just take that off and put iced coffee on it if I don't find it. Anyway, so that's what I went there for, was to get a jar. They didn't have a jar. Then I came across and I did have, the tissues on the list. So they have all different kinds of tissues. So this one is actually, it's only a 3-pack, but there's 10 tissues in each pack, and they're 3-ply. And I actually need them because of this respiratory thing I got going on. But because they're 3-ply, they're really thick. So I only put 5 tissues in this one. But they had some other ones that were child size that I think will fit perfect in there. And so this is going to be a project that I teach my great-granddaughter how to make, because it's so simple. And So she'll be wanting to make those for all her classmates and stuff like that. And so excuse me. This is so hot in here. And
You got a fan?
I have got the air conditioner on and the ceiling fan, and I have the floor fan on, but I only had it on a 2. I'm going to move it up to a 3 and see if I can. But I've got this light on me. I have the ring light, and then I have another one of these over to the side, and it's still up in the 90s outside. Okay, so back to this. So gotta find my middle. Oh, so I didn't go there for fabric.
Precious.
Your sound went out.
I'm done.
Huh?
I'm done. I'm not talking as much as you are, so it's easy for me to get it done. All I have to do is worry about sewing. Isn't that cute?
Well, now you can make the third one. This one. I'll give you the measurement
pattern.
Yeah, you don't really need a pattern. This is it. Just 2 pieces of fabric.
Okay, what's the measurements?
Okay, so for your outer piece, you need 5.5 by 6.5. She's still going to get these finished. And then your lining piece is 5.5 by 7 3/4.
Okay.
That's it. No lining.
Do you put any?
No interfacing.
No lining. No bat. No interface.
No batting. No, because you're not quilting. Yeah. See what I mean? Now you could whip those things out. That's what I mean by that's, for my great granddaughter's first sewing project, because there's none of that. You just stitch the short ends, turn it, and then do what I'm doing right now. But anyway, so I was still looking all over the place for those jars, and then ended up down the craft aisle, and I kept telling myself, no, you don't need any of this. You don't need any of this. And I go, oh, look, they got fabric here. So they had all these bright colors, and I got this one too. Oh. So this one is made with 4 strips, and Bobby did one with 12 squares. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
Bobby, Marilyn wants to know, how is your DTF printer going?
It's going. I'm trying to figure out how in the world to make it feel plasticky.
How not to make it feel plasticky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That is the only thing I don't like about it. And I know there's a way to do it. I just haven't had a chance with me having the show this past weekend. I didn't have a chance to look it all up.
Yeah. Darn how that got in the way.
I know.
all the prep work you had to do, and then wham bam, done. And you had a good
And
time.
I did have a good time. That was the eye opener of my life. What can I say?
You know, I don't have anyone that would do it with me. My granddaughter went when uh before skin cancer, I was going to do a market, and she was going to do it with me, and she made up some bracelets, um and she was pretty much giving them away. I go, oh no, you can't. No, you no. She was not. She was not. She was selling herself short. You know. She goes, well, I don't know how much to charge. Like, at least a couple bucks, you know. But anyway, so she was going to do it with me, and then that way, you know, 'cause it's always good to have somebody with you, because if you have to have a potty break or something.
And yeah, that's what we enjoyed about it.
You know, also like when I did markets before with the oil, doTERRA oils, um we made and sold things like bath salts and lotions and potions and stuff. And and then my gal, she would go walk around and network with others, and then she'd come back and give me the scoop, and then I would go off and check things out. One time it was so cold, we were under the bridge down in Midtown Sacramento, and it was a dreary, dreary day. And my friend's husband had brought us a compressor, so we had heat. But the latte guy was right across from us, and we had ordered a latte, and then after that, he just kept bringing them to us. We bought it, but then he just kept bringing them to us, and he he would bring it without the lid on, because he would do that real fancy art, you know, with the foam, and then he'd put the lid on after, you know, after I complimented on, and so anyway, that was fun, and yeah, we had fun. And you know, and then the owner of the market, which was, it was a farmer's market, and she only let, you know, you had to pretty much try out for the thing, because she had a look that she was going for, and it had to be, everything had to be handmade, and and so, I mean, I couldn't sell just straight up bottles of my essential oils. It had to be a product. Anyway, so she had come by, and we didn't know her, and we certainly didn't know we were being shopped. And so she came by, and she was just watching us interact with the customers, and being informative of our products and stuff, and she bought stuff. And then at the end of the show, she came over and she says, you ladies are exactly what I want in my market, and you have an open invitation to come back. And it's like, wow, first of all, we were blown away that she did that. But you know, other people already knew, because they're there because they passed her test. But yep. Glad we were above board. But I like, I like making the things. It's like when I wasn't doing paper crafts anymore, that's what I was doing. I moved on to making body butters and fun stuff like that. So this one has the batting in it, and so I'm just struggling with the thickness of it, and I might be being too extra measuring. But I know if it's off, it's going to bother me. So might as well make it right. Hey, Picture Me Crafting. Welcome in.
Marilyn, yeah, I'm doing the second press with the parchment paper. I'm doing it for, what is it? I don't even remember. 315 for 20 seconds, I think. Hi, Picture Me Crafting. But Jess and I was talking about it not too long ago, and she said that I needed to get my white straightened out because it was laying too much white. Well,
Is
it
that
took
what
me
made it
forever to figure out
plasticky?
how to. That's what she said. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Hi, Marlies.
Hi, Marlies. Welcome in.
All right, y'all. I'll be right back. I gotta go blow my nose. You don't need to watch me. No. There goes. What?
I did the zigzag stitch after I stitched the front and the back together, and it's like this is the time that I'm supposed to do the zigzag stitch. Oh, this is looking so good. I like it. All right, now I'm going to do the zigzag stitch. I was being extra before when I did the zigzag stitch. Now I'm doing a zigzag stitch because I don't have pinking shears or a serger. If you had either of those two, this is where you would just go ahead and use that on there. This is the one that uses the quilt batting and and I stitched 4 strips of fabric to the batting.
Oh, how cute are those?
You can you can also customize the embroidered name on it or something. For those of you that weren't here before, there was a gal that had made these. She had made these for a family's funeral, and she used fabric from the deceased clothing. So it was kind of like a something special
Pappy.
for the family. Okay, so then this one is oops, I think I might have let me move the other one up there. Okay, so then you just turn this so she used the gal, and I put her link in the in my description. She's on Instagram and she has a website. She's simply Eileen, Eilene, I think it is. And several of our community members are in, follow her, but nobody. And I told her, I told her, I said, because she was apologizing because she's been ill. And so she was apologizing that to the people that have been following her, been following her for a long time, because she's repeating content and republishing it. Sorry. She's republishing old content, and she says, but, so she apologized and she says, but I have a lot of new followers. So I told her, I said, yeah, I'm a new follower. And I says, and I do have a lot of my friends in here, but they kept you a secret from me. And but I've already shared you out, and I'm going to be doing your project, 3 of your projects on my show tonight. So anyway, so so this one is using 4 strips of the fabric, and I just used 2 fabrics, but did the 4 strips. And you stitch them onto the batting. And this one is the basic one, although she used rickrack in here. Mine was too fat, and you know, my rickrack that I have. So I just did this one as plain, and then I'm going to press this one, but this is and then the other one uses 12 squares, and it's right in front of me. So, and the squares are 2 1/4 inch squares, 12 of them. And Bobby did do that one, and she did this one. And so I told her to do this one, the simple one, so that I can finish this. So I'll at least have these. And so I'm going to press this, and then I'm going to make this one. I'm going to make them. I'm going to make them for MA and the nurses. So I'll be surgery on Friday.
Oh Lord, Bobby.
What? You're doing the easy one.
Oh, I know it. No, you have to. Okay, Bobby's kind of accident prone sometimes.
Okay.
And if I had my pinking shears, and I was cutting too close to the chest, and I pinched myself.
Oh.
Okay, so that was the easiest way to say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I kept it clean.
Oh yeah. No. I was saying okay because I have to think. I have to think on what I was doing. So right sides together, and I make sure that my sewing machine is back on regular stitching. I'm going to do another easy one.
There we are.
You don't get to show it yet.
Okay.
Oh, you took it away after I moved your table over.
That's all right. It's going right back.
All right.
Isn't that cute? Them little ladybugs are just
cute.
Adorable.
Ladybugs. Oh.
That's a fat quarter thing that I got from that sew sampler boxes.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
I use tonight is from boxes. But this is the whole fat quarter. I got a big old fly in here. Isn't that cute?
They put a fly on there?
No, I had a
Oh.
fly that just landed on
Oh.
fabric. I don't know where he came from.
The dog let it in.
Well, I have a doggy door, so.
Yeah, they
Here's
like,
what
yeah, show the square ones, because I'm going to do that one later. But the ones that I'll be
Here's the
giving away when I go for my appointment will be the basic ones.
So let's see. Can we get this to look good? There we are.
Did you
So
press
there's
it?
the front of. Yeah, I did. It's that silly.
Oh, so yeah. So the one with the squares calls for lightweight fusible interfacing, and Bobby didn't have any of that, so she used the heat and bond.
Yeah, I used heat and bond, y'all. There's the one with the
and was it the
straw.
ultra hold? So it was thicker than.
Oh yeah. It sure was. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Because when I make my patches, when I embroidery my patches, I put the heat and bond, the ultra heat and bond on the back of it. So when people buy the patches, they can either sew it on or they can iron it on. I don't want it falling off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always get that one. And then there's the ladybugs.
Yeah, that is so super cute. Yeah, that's what I have too, is the heat and bond, but I do have the interfacing that I need.
Thanks, precious. Well,
I'll be doing.
I'll get some fusion interfacing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to do the square one too. I'm not going to do it tonight though, because I don't have it cut out. If I had it cut out, I would be doing it, but I don't.
And y'all, the only reason I'm up this late because you guys know that I get up at
5:30.
the crack of the birds. No, usually I'm up by 4. 3:30 sometimes. I had a flea market this weekend, and I only got in the 2 days that I had, I only got about 8 hours sleep in those 2 days. So today I came home. Well, no, today I got up and I done some things around the house. I ate and then I took a 4-hour nap. So now I'm wide awake.
Lord help us. Yeah, and I didn't go to bed till 5:30 this morning, and then had to get up and I've been up all day. But I finally went and I got something to eat. Sonic had half price shakes. So I went and got a shake and some corn dogs.
Light. Wrong one. Excusable. If I do not write this down, I am going to forget. I will pick that up. So is anybody doing anything tonight? Or are y'all just watching us?
Marilyn might be editing some videos. She loves to do that.
Yeah, she does a lot of it.
I can't say that I don't like editing because I've never edited. So because I used to say, I do lives because I don't like to edit. Well, I don't know if I like to edit or not because I've never edited. So I can't say that I don't like it. All right, I'm going to do this the correct way. Do the right sides together. Oh, that's right. I say I'm going to do it.
It's not that hard.
Huh?
I said I did it with that one, and it's not that bad. I've got one that
Editing?
I've got to edit for. Yeah, I've got one I've got to edit for the setup of the DTF printer. And
Well,
I'm
I did a
going
video.
to.
I did a video and Lena was going to help me. She was showing me how to do upload it to the YouTube. I did it in the wrong format. I did it horizontal instead of vertical. So there's no edit to that. It's just start over. Yeah. Oh, wow,
Well, I did the whole. Ow! What'd you do?
10.
Oh,
I smoothed it out and the pin is right there.
yeah, yeah.
When I was a phlebotomist, that was the part I hated to do to a patient because I knew how that felt, how the finger prick felt. It was like, no. All right. I love that ladybug fabric.
Oh, I do too. I did when I did the YouTube or when I did the setup on the DTF, I used my iPad. So I've got to see how this is going to go. I think I have to download iMovie on it in order to edit it.
Yeah. Oh. Well, when I go out, so not that I want to go out, but it's the only time I have available to go out and do. We're going to do the early voting because I'll be on bed rest starting Friday, so I won't be able to go vote next week. So while I'm out tomorrow, I think I'm going to go and get me some. It'll be different because, I'll be going to Walmart, but they have little ladybug fabric there.
All right. Gail, I'll be right back. I'm out of water.
Okay.
We can't have that. Come on. Okay.
All right. So then I'm going to do the zigzag stitch again.
Come on. Now what to do? I saw this little. I get leatherette from Lone Star Adhesive, and they've got a yellow that goes into black. And I'm going to make a hat patch.
Lone Star
And it's going to
adhesive.
have beads.
It's going to have what?
Yeah. It's going to have bees and a honeycomb on it, and I'm going to put it on a hat.
Okay. Anyway, they sell a material kind of like the heat and bond, but and it's better than the heat and bond, and that's what pretty much everyone I know that's doing patches, that's what they're using now. So
I had gotten some Hyde Park adhesive from Hyde Park before I found Lone Star, because I had the cheap Amazon patches, and they didn't come with it. Well, they came with adhesive on them, but it didn't stick real well. So I'd got this Hyde Park adhesive, and I'm going to tell you what, that won't come off no matter what. It doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. And since you said that, I've got a whole roll of it sitting here.
all right, there we go. I like that one.
I like that, Gail. That turned out good.
Yeah, I really like that one too.
I like those. I think if I get a different thing, I'll like this too, but I just don't like it because it's so big.
Bulky.
but I really like the quilted one. It's just crinkly.
Which the squares?
The squares because I used
Oh,
the
it still has the
bond.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah,
you still have your other
can't take
one.
I can't
Hi,
take
755.
oh yeah.
Um, so you still have your other one that you can take apart, or you can do it as a scrappy squares
Yep.
because they'll have the raw edges.
I could oh yeah. I could have just sewn the squares together, but I didn't.
Yeah, so you can fix that one, and then oh, you have the heat and bond on that one too, don't you? Or no?
Just that one. Yeah, I've got the heat and bond on that one too. I'm going to take that heat and bond off. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, heat and bond comes off pretty easy. But of course, then I'm stuck with heat and bond.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the 3 that I made. So these 2 are the basic ones, and I'll be making multiples of that and take to the hospital with me on Friday. And then this one I did I sewed the 4 strips together, and it's using the quilt batting. And so those were the ones that I did. And then did I also want to show what I'm working on? As y'all know, I made these squares for my great granddaughter's birthday, and I have to make a tote for them. And so I've been working on a design. And first of all, I had to. I'm gonna use French seams, and so I had to remember how to do the French seams. So you first do, instead of matching right side to right side, you do wrong side to wrong side and do a 1/4 inch seam. Then you trim it down, and then you fold it, and then you stitch it. So this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like on the inside. If I can get my camera right. So that's what it looks like on the inside. And then this is what it looks like on the outside. Let me see if I can get up here. So this is what it looks like on the outside. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So it's all enclosed, no raw edges, because I'm not going to line it. It just needs to be a tote. So I'm creating the pattern, and it's based off of this other tote bag that I have. And so it's just using so it's just using one piece of fabric, and it goes up, and then I got the panels, side panels. So I just figured out how to get this done. And I don't have, this is only the first step of the stitching. I still have to stitch this one because I was like, oh, how do I close this up down here? Well, you have to like cut the curve, so, and then spread it out, and don't worry about these points. Don't worry about that. Just make sure you get this. And then, so after I get this one done, then I'll turn this inside out. So this is not going to be for her project. This is just me working it out. So anyway, so then before, because it's going to be made out of this fabric. And so anyway, so then I've got this, and I'll do the 1/8 inch seam on this. So then this seam will be finished. and then I'll do a hem up at the top and then handles. So, but that's what I had to figure out was getting this part done. So, but this is going to be cute. This is going to be a cute bag because, as you were saying, the honeycomb and then the bees, and that's what the fabric
Yep.
is that I have here is honeycomb and the bees. And so I found a embroidery. It's a bee, and it says, "Be kind, be happy." And so I'm going to embroider that on here too. So, I mean, even though this is just, not really scrap fabric, but it's fabric that's not for my project, but it's for me to try out. And so it's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. And it's
yeah.
it's going to be perfect. And it's like, I don't know what this child is how she's going to treat it or something, but I didn't want to do, something with a lining and, she might throw it away for all I know, but anyhow. So, but it stands up and I'm like, oh, there's a cute little lunch bag.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Okay. So, but I'll post this when I get it finished, and of course the finished product. So that's what I got to do. So I got to finish up my prototype and then get my fabric cut, because this is what I'll be doing on my Wednesday Gale Designs show, is making this, because it's got to be delivered by Friday before I go, before I become incapacitated. So anyhow, so that's what I've got going on. And then you want to show your projects again, and do you have anything that you make that you want to show? Which one am I doing? Your table?
Yeah. So here's what
I love that.
the one that I finished. I love these little.
I love that.
I just don't look in there very much. And then here's the one that's got the batting in the middle of it.
The quilt batting.
4 little stripes. Yeah. And then here's my crinkle one with my little 4 squares or 6 squares. I'll redo this one. I got it wrote down. Light fusible.
Yeah. And I like those colors. They're very country.
Well,
I'm going to do my 12. I'm going to do my 12 square one out of this the blue and the yellow fabric.
Oh, that'll be cute.
Yeah, so it's going to be blue and yellow. And I might make 2 of them and have one have a blue lining and one have a yellow lining. So anyway.
Well, I think. Well, what I do with them? I think I'm going to do. Once I quit working, I think I'm going to do a video on these. They're notebook covers. I just love these things. They're so easy.
And then you slip like a composition notebook in there, or what?
They take these are A6 size. But yeah. And I had to do that one because that's just me.
Wait, what did it say? Oh, dear teacher, I talk to everyone. Moving my seat won't help. Yeah, I saw that saying and I was really looking forward to making my great granddaughter a shirt like that with that on there. And
Right.
but they go to a charter school, so it was uniform. So it was like and then where she lives now, well, on base, they can wear whatever. They don't wear uniforms. But she's moving back, so she's when they come here for the summer, she's staying, and but her brother's he wants to stay where he's living, so with his dad. So so she'll be back in uniform. So no fun stuff like that. But anyway. All right, yeah, that sounds good. And that's the embroidery on, is it faux leather?
Yeah, it's faux leather. And I have probably 50 of these designs on for different ones. I belong to this one embroidery group, and she has a thing every month. It's $35 for everything she puts out for that month. And it's bag tags and notebook covers and key fobs and just about everything. Patches. She does sets right now. She's doing sets right now. She does the trays like you have. She just does everything. So I have more designs than what I know what to do with, but I'll get it done. Watch me.
Good night, Lena.
Good night, Lena.
Thank you for coming in. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got. I told you we weren't going to be long. So I really love this project. It's fun. I'm going to continue to make them, and I have a way that I'm going to modify it. I just don't have it, but this actually, excuse me, I can go ahead. This little piece that we cut off, I did change, or maybe I hit the same thing. There we go. So this kind of inspired me. It's like, oh, that's going to be cute. That's exactly what I needed. So anyhow, so yeah, so something, put a little something on there to hook it to your purse or something. But yeah, I like this project. I'm glad that we were able to do it. And I am going to go ahead and do the squares. I do have the fusible interfacing, so I don't have to go to the store for that. But anyway,
rub it in.
Huh?
I said, rub it in.
No, you didn't know, and I didn't know. I mean,
don't do it. It's fine. I compromised.
Huh?
I said I compromised.
Yeah, you compromised, and now you know that doesn't work very well. But it's okay. You did that one. I didn't do it, and but I am going to do it because I really like that one. But I definitely wanted to do the stripe one because I've been seeing that, and as I look at my stripes, even when I was doing like the crayon fabric project, I have just little squares. They're as wide as what I need for the binding, but they were shorter than what I need. And it was just the scrap. It's true scraps. So I'm definitely going to be doing something with that. And I was thought about doing something like that for her theme, but I'm going to do it for the one that actually lives here, and I will be seeing her. She's only 6 months old now, but I'll be prepared. I'll have hers done already, So anyhow, and actually we could actually be working with it since her sister's going to be here, living here now. But anyway, so that's all we have. Thank you. I will be live on Wednesday and at 11:45 Central, and I'll be making the bag like this, but it'll be with this fabric for this project. And that's what I'll be doing. And then Thursday, the Patch Hat crew. I'll be solo again. Laura is out of town with her family. And so I'll be doing that and be doing patriotic, we'll carry on the patriotic theme for Memorial Day. So red, white, and blue. So anyway, so thank you all for coming. Thank you for those in the bushes. Thank you for my moderators moderating. And just love y'all. And thank you so much. And thank you, Bobby, for being my guest tonight.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy and going to be happy when you retire. You can do more of them. So anyway.
That's right.
Yep. So Bobby's link is in the description. If you want to, please go over there and subscribe to her. She does do videos. She will be doing more. She does lasering. She does working on her new DTF and embroidery and sewing. I'll get her back into sewing.
And sublimation and yeah, I kind of do it all.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll get this DTF down.
Yep. So, and she's getting everything she needs before she retires, before she ends that.
That's right.
All right. Peace, y'all. Love ya. Bye.
Bye, guys.